Hey guys, as you can tell, this video is not a Dragon Ball related video, but it is more of a video explaining on how to do what I'm about to do, but also answering some of your guys' questions. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions asking what kind of clay I use, the paints I use, and the techniques I use to do it. So, I have been reading your guys' questions. You know, if you guys write me a comment, I will read it. I've just been waiting for a video to kind of answer the majority of your questions. And so I think in my next video, I will just sit down and go through the comments and just answer as many questions as I find and stuff like that. So the next two videos probably won't be related to Dragon Ball. They will be related to Infinity War because I saw Infinity War over the week and I absolutely loved it. It was what I was expecting plus some. So I'm not going to give any spoilers to you guys, but I wanted to paint, or I wanted to have the Infinity Gauntlet as a replica. And there is that the Marvel or the Hasbro replica that costs about $100. And I'm not about that. I'm about buying something cheap, making it look something better. So here is the $20 kid version of the Infinity Gauntlet. Now, like I said, the sculpt in this gauntlet is there. It has all the intricate details that it should have. It's just the paint on it is just terrible. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys the paints I use, the techniques I use, and the kind of clay I use. So I have already got ahead and kind of started on it, and so flipping over to this back here, what I've done is I've taken some clay, and I'll show you what clay I have once we go back inside because I'm in the garage right now. So what I've done is I've just gone ahead and filled up all of these holes that he has, because when you buy him and you flip him out to the underside, you see that he has all these like holes where the screws went in. I have not covered this one because this is where you change the battery compartment. So that's really the first step, is to get some clay. Yeah, I accidentally clicked the button. So the first thing is you want to fill up the holes with some clay, and then I've taken some sandpaper, and right here he has some copyright, made in China, basically information about this specific gauntlet. So what I did was I took some sandpaper and I just sanded it away. So that's really the first stuff I have done. We are right now going to paint this a first color, which is going to be a gold. Now this is the paint I'm going to use. Designer Masters Premium Metallic Thick Metallic Finish Gold. It is a spray can, and what we're going to do really is we're going to just start by basically priming the entire gauntlet. We're not going to be touching the Infinity Gauntlets. I'm just going to take some clear tape, and I'm going to tape up the Infinity Stones around him, just so that way those are stayed intact. Because I might repaint them maybe after this, but I don't want to paint them gold right now. So like I said, that's what we're going to first do, is we're going to paint it gold. Then we're going to use some Mod Podge matte, seal up the gold. We're going to go ahead and then do the black wash. Then we're going to matte gloss it. Then lastly, we're going to dry brush in some gold, some copper, some wear. Then finish it again with some matte. And that should just overall make the gauntlet look just way better. And like I said, I'll take you step by step. So the first part you want to do is just kind of set it up. You know, add the clay, remove the trademarks, and then tape up the stones. And then we're going to go ahead and use this gold. You can really use any gold spray paint you have. I just use this one. This is the one I bought. But that will just give the whole gauntlet this nice new sheen. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead now, tape up the stones, and then start the painting process. And yeah, so let me get back to you guys on that. But that's the first step. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment. In my next video, I will also be talking about some Infinity War stuff, but I'll read all your guys' comments there. So, you know, if you have any questions, ask now, and I'll answer it in my next video. So, stay tuned, guys. Alright, so here's the gauntlet after the gold paint. It is dry, as you can see. I did, I painted it gold, then I painted it with the gloss spray, and then the matte finish, and it gave it this really nice finish. I like it. So next up, we're going to do the black wash, and then we're going to do some highlights. So what you're going to need now is a cup of water, a paper towel. This should say what size. It's a 3/4 brush. I don't know if you can see, but a rather big brush, basically, is the message here. We're going to use a black acrylic. Then for the highlight, we're going to use this metallic gold paint, as well as this copper. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take the black, we're going to pour it out here, then take some water and kind of water it down, and that will make it really easy to kind of get it into the crevices. And then with a paper towel, we're going to go back in and we're going to dry it up. This will give it a nice dark dusted look, and it's going to get in between all these crevices, giving it more detail and just overall make it pop. Obviously, you know, don't forget to tape up your infinity stones. And as for like these edges, like where the tape, I don't know if you can see that, where the tape kind of like overlapped, I'm just going to use this gold I have here and just kind of finish it up. So that's the next step. I'm going to go ahead and do that and then come back, and then I'm going to do the wash first is what I mean. And then after that, I'm going to do the those two, and that should really wrap up everything. So stay tuned, guys, and I'll be right back. Alright, so there's the Infinity Gauntlet after it's been rusted, or with the black wash. You can't really tell, but you know, in like the crevices and stuff like that, you'll be able to see it. We're really coming up to like the final steps now, which would be to create a mixture of gold and copper. You want to add, or I'm going to add more gold than copper, but a good amount of copper, because I want the gold to look rusted, old, and like bronze. So we're going to create that color, and with the same brush we were just using, we're going to go in and just kind of dry brush it in. And after that, we're going to peel off the tape, fix around the edges of the infinity stones, and that should really wrap up the gauntlet, guys, so stay tuned. Alright, so here's the gauntlet now that I've added the gold and copper finish. Here's the results of that. Sadly for me, gold did get into the infinity stones, sadly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to individually paint all the infinity stones. You know, oh, that one, just look at that. Terrible. So for any of you wondering what colors I'm going to be using, if you don't know the Infinity Gauntlet colors, I will tell you. This is yellow. This is blue. No, I think, yeah, no, this one's purple. Yeah, that's purple. That's blue. That's red. That's orange. And then lastly, this one here is a green. So I'm going to go ahead and then just paint up these stones individually, and then that should wrap up the gauntlet. I'm after that going to go into the garage and prime it up again, and the gauntlet should be complete, guys, so stay tuned. Alright guys, and after the extensive process of repainting all of his stones, I have finally completed the repaint of the Infinity Gauntlet. It's fully dried now. I added the Mod Podge matte to the final finish, and this is just what it looks like, and it's complete. Painted it, and overall I'm extremely happy. This cost about, if you're buying the paints, the gauntlet, and the Mod Podge, like about $35 in total. Overall, completely fun. The light still does work. In my opinion, it kind of shines a little bit brighter now than it did before. But you know, guys, that's my repainted tutorial on how to repaint the Infinity Gauntlet. And so here's my Infinity War shelf of figures that I've collected over the few months. I have repainted and done some customization to a few of them. For instance, that Star-Lord there, I repainted the shirt black, glued his jacket. I did a massive repaint on the Build-A-Figure Thanos, which I will showcase maybe in a later on video. Moving on over here, we have Spider-Man, Captain, Black Panther, Iron Man, War Machine, and back here is my 2.0 hair for the Hulk. I have resculpted his hair. Like I said, if you guys want to see more of these guys, I will show them off in the next video. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed. Hopefully you've seen Infinity War. If not, I highly recommend the movie. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching.